Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I wanted to make a quick video where I will show you how you can customize scroll bar, and also you will be customizing the mouse cursor pointer. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start it. So this is my code pen right here. I don't have much going on in my HTML. I just have a div class with with a class of container, and in there I have just an h1. I did give the body a background of this color right here, and the container a height of 200 view height, just because it shows me the scroll bar, because I want to customize this. And I also created this 3 variable for easy to work with. Scroll bar size, I gave it 15 pixel. I can actually change the width of the scroll bar itself. And another variable is scroll bar thumb. That is going to be the scroll bar color. So I gave it a color. And scroll bar track, as you can see right now, the track itself, the background of the scroll bar, it is white. Even though I changed the color with the body, but the scroll bar track or scroll bar path takes a default color of white. So I wanted to change that to my the color that I specified in the background of the body. All right, so in order to change the scroll bar, the first property value that we're gonna work with, it is going to be ::dash WebKit dash scroll bar, and then we're gonna specify what is going to be the width. So I'm going to use this variable right here, which is going to be scroll bar width, scroll bar size. And also you see that there is no thumb right here, because the moment you use WebKit scroll bar, you also have to target the thumb to customize it or give it a color, right? So here I want to change the path. Instead of white, I'm going to say background, and I'm going to use the track variable here. And that would give me the track of the same color, because I'm using the same color for the track and the body background. All right, so the next up, let's go ahead and customize the thumb itself. So all I have to do is just copy pasting the same WebKit scroll bar, but at the end now dash, it's going to be thumb, and here I'm going to use the background, and that's going to be the color that we specified in the thumb variable. Now you can see we have an orangey color scroll bar. Let's customize it more. Let's give it a border radius. And I'm going to go ahead and use calc for this. Make it this one right here. There we go. Now it is working. Customize even further. I want to have a hover effect here. So when I hover this, I want this color to change. So I'm going to do background again. Now I'm going to use darken, and here I'm going to use the same color for the scroll thumb, same variable, and here I'm just going to say, hey, darken about like 5%. So if I save this, now if I hover, you can see that it does darken the color. I want to have the same effect on active. So instead of same effect on active, but for the active I want to change it even more. I want to do 8%. So there you go. If you hover, it darkens a little bit, 5%, and then if you actually click when it's active, it darkens even more to 8%. All right, so that's how you can customize your scroll bar. Pretty easy. Now you have to be careful that WebKit scroll bar does not work on the older browser, so it is going to work in Opera, Mozilla Firefox, and Chrome, of course. But you can easily customize them with WebKit scroll bar thumb and WebKit scroll bar. All right, now I will show you how you can customize your cursor pointer. Now you can use, if you go in the body and say cursor, you can actually use a URL property values. And in that URL property value, in the quotation mark, you can actually use an image URL or a PNG URL. You can use, and your mouse will change it to that. So I do have an URL that I want to use. So I'm going to copy paste this one. And I also have to use, so URL, I'll give the URL in the quotation. After bracket, I'm going to use comma, and I'm going to say auto. So auto basically is saying it's kind of like a fallback. It's like saying if for some reason, if this PNG is not working, just do it automatically, just have whatever cursor that is default. Okay, so if I save, now you can see instead of a cursor, the arrow cursor, I have a smiley face. So that's how you can customize your cursor pointer. Now with the cursor URL, you are very limited in terms of control, because if you want to just, you are happy with just this customization, feel free to use cursor URL. But if you want more control, we're gonna comment this one, and we're gonna use JavaScript to do this. In order to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another div, give it a class of cursor. Okay. All right. And let's go ahead and style this cursor class. I'm going to give this, well, first, I'm going to give position of absolute. I want this one, the cursor, to be on top of everything. And then I'm going to give a width of 20 pixel. Height of 20 pixel, and background, I'm gonna give this white. And you can see right here at the very bottom, now if I make it black here, you'll be able to see it more. Right here, this is the box. This is going to be our mouse cursor. So I want to make it rounder, so I'm gonna do border radius. And I'm going to say 50%, and that's round. All right, so let's go ahead and make this so that it follows my mouse here. So with JavaScript, I am going to first const cursor, create a variable, and here I'm going to say document dot query selector, and grab that class of cursor, which is this one right here. Okay, and now I'm going to say document dot, I'm going to add event listener, and this event listener is going to be mouse move. So whenever the mouse moves, that's the event that we want to listen to, and it's going to fire a function, customize cursor. Now this is the function that we have to now define. So I'll say function, and it's going to take a parameter of event because we have to know where our mouse is. So function customize cursor, and this event right here. This event coming from this document, this window, right? This event have two values. One is page Y and page X. So whenever the mouse is actually moving, the mouse goes top, it's going across a line that is defined by some numbers that goes from bottom to top, which is the page Y, the vertical axis. And also when the mouse goes to horizontal, that also have a bunch of numbers that goes from left to right with a horizontal line that is page X, e.page X. And that's we're going to set to this cursor div that we just made. So here I'm going to grab this variable that we just created that has the cursor class, and here I'm going to grab the style property, and here I'm going to say top, I'm going to set the top of that cursor to equal to e dot page y. Now I also want to concatenate this one with the measurement, which is the pixel value, because e.pagey is just only going to give me the number, but I have to specifically say for the top is that like 23 or 233 pixel. So for that, I'm going to say quotation px. So it's going to give me a number and it's going to concatenate with the pixel. So it's going to be like 235 pixel or 535 pixels. So at this moment, you can see that it is moving now. It's not going horizontally, but it is moving vertically. Awesome. So same thing we want to do it with so that it does it horizontally. So instead of top, we have to specify left. And instead of y, we have to say x. So if I now save this, now you can see that the mouse, the div here is moving with your mouse. Now the mouse pointer is not dead center, so let's go ahead and make that here. Simply we have to do transform, and I'm gonna do translate, and here minus 50%, comma minus 50%. And if I save this one, now you can see now it is dead center. All right. Awesome. So this is how you can create your customized pointer. I can also add a transition to it, so it will have a nice transition. So I can do 200 millisecond and do ease out. That seems to work nicely. Okay, there you go. Look at that. It has a nice transition. All right. Now I want to show you something else. So instead of background black here, if you hover on this text, nothing happens, right? So a nice trick is that the background, if you change that instead of black, white, and if you do this mix blend mode and say it is difference, save this. Now if you hover over the writing, you see that it just color just inverts the difference. And if you don't want this arrow cursor, you can also entirely get rid of this. You just go to body and then say cursor none. And now we don't have a cursor. That's the only cursor that's available is the one that you defined and customize. All right. So here's a quick video for you. If you like this video, please smash the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Let me know in the comment below what kind of video in the future you want to see. Till then, peace, and I'll see you in the next one.